Yo, Pain, you ready?
Yeah.
Man, let's lock and load.
Yeah.
Just Blaze.
Yeah.
No, turn me up.
Hey.
I think we got one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Tell me, what do you see when you're looking at me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
On a mission to be what I'm destined to be.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey. I've been through the pain and the sorrow, the struggle is nothing but love. Nothing but love. A soldier, a rider, again, a survivor, and all the above. Hey. All the above. 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 Man, no. All the above. Really, what do you see when you looking at me? See me come up from nothing, see me living my dreams. I done been to the bottom, I done suffered a lot. I deserve to be rich, headed straight to the top. Look how I ride for the block, look how I rap for the hood. I get nothing but love now when I come through the hood. Getting this fortune and fame, money make all of us change. The new Benz is all white, call it John McCain. How the hell could you stop me? Why in the world would you try? I go hard forever.
That was horrible.
It didn't last, the flavor ain't last, it was all powdery.
Yeah, I ain't get the powder part.
They set you up, just like, it's gonna be so cool, but it always break off and shit.
Who came up with that idea?
I hated them bubblegum beats. I hated the cell phones.
I hated them too.
My gum gotta come in squares. I would be the.
I like the zebra one.
Fruit Stripes. I never actually had them. I heard about them a lot, but I never had them. I never had juice before either. Never had Raisinets.
Eminem?
Yeah. Raisinets. Chocolate covered raisins. Now
I hate raisins.
Raisins.
I didn't know Eminem was
They
back.
dry grapes. Like,
I like grapes too.
I want to watch the
I don't like grapes.
You see that bitch in the sun?
A raisin in the sun.
I'm saying I want to see it. I want to watch that. Turn into a
You would do a home experiment.
Probably
Get
a
some
video
grapes
on
and then
YouTube.
set them in the sun. See how long it takes before they start there. It'll be fine.
Just think about it. You got a check on it. Well, still a whole grape. Still
Take a little picture of that.
Fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, he just put the words, like, whatever, like,
He is though. I don't care what you say.
it's nasty, like,
We can say whatever, but it's wow.
yeah.
look, you missed me. It happened right before you. Ah. What it's like.
Say again. Who? Can I put that right there? Yeah.
Actually, that was my favorite line when I first heard it.
Yeah.
White Blanco, like Elway, like.
And a lamp holder.
OJ joke and the Bronco joke, it's as hot as you can get.
Now Trump.
50 seconds until this song is over. Miss, you ready?
Yeah.
Right way news.
Y'all try not to tap on the table.
Yeah, I was listening yesterday, it was a lot of banging on the
We're
table.
not doing that.
Wasn't
tonight.
me. I ain't a rapper.
It was the guest,
Yeah, we got. They got to stop.
Don't be cussing. Yeah, no good. You know you let your anyone slip all the time. Potty mouth. Your brother's all surprised at you. What do you like in the house?
For me? I don't live with him.
Oh,
He live by himself.
outside smoking weed, you look all surprised.
Oh Lord Jesus.
He's doing
on the hood red thing.
we about to come back in, good people. Hey, oh, shush back there in the audience. We'll put you in the other room. Put your ass outside. And we're back. Strong Way Radio, Strong Way Sundays. We're still in the building. The cynic just showed me a mind blow. I wasn't ready. We got Mitch in here. Go ahead, Mitch. I ain't going. You get your segment. Run it, brother.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all now turned into Right Way News.
Hey.
So today we have for you Baltimore's founder of Hustle to Survive Collection and True Hustle Apparel, as well as the new owner of Give a Lift Charity Foundation. And we brought him through just to give y'all a little bit of insight of consciousness and which he's doing with his website, and that way he can give you he can tell you better I can. Yeah, he's a relative, but I don't keep up with it.
Mitch, you be playing. Introduce yourself to the people. What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Man, listen, they call him Mitch, but I should have taken on, Money Mitch, but I'm Mike,
Okay, all right.
so,
You Money Mike.
yeah,
All right.
I'm Money Mike. Been doing it a long time.
No, don't play. Don't play.
Magic Money Mike.
So,
No, not that one.
Swinging them things, huh? You do it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on with your brand?
Man, I'm about myself. I'm from the DMV.
Okay.
I'm from Baltimore, but
You sure?
I'm from the DMV. I grew up here in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
I done everything known to man. Terrible hard times. Mom passing away, pops passing away, brothers and them getting killed for domestic violence, and 2 sisters getting killed, by domestic violence. Foster care. Over 72, I'm gonna say 72 foster homes.
Ooh,
Over 72 foster homes.
that's amazing.
I think one of the reasons that I came up with the clothing line, True Survivor Hustler, is because it's something that we are all particularly doing,
Absolutely.
in a fashion kind of way. I didn't know it was going to be as big as it is. There's thousands and millions of brands out here. I'm one of those types that, we go in the stores and we see the True Religion and all that, $300 pair of jeans and all that, and man, they got some jeans that they didn't brought from over Vermont and threw a tag on them, and all of that, and said, hey, listen, pay me $300 something for it.
And people actually buy it too, don't they?
Get it by. Some of people, I think one of the things people don't realize is that it's all about a brand. Like Michael Kors. Michael Kors was not made for us black people.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna keep it real. It was not made for. But listen, if you want to buy it, guess what? I don't think Michael Kors is gonna turn it down. Because I
Of course
wouldn't.
not.
And it's not a racial thing, but it's one of those things that we need to. If it's you or who the next person, I know a lot of people that has been. Went to school for fashion design. They got to pay all these tuitions and all that other type of stuff back, and they're struggling because don't nobody want to take a chance on them. Yeah, don't nobody want to take a chance on them. You might got whatever strong way radio. Yeah, hashtag clothes. Okay, yeah, but see, people don't. They're not going to give him or me or the next person variety because it's like. They're not knowing our brand, but they'll know that Michael Kors or whatever the situation may be. So what I'm trying to do is just change the face.
Okay.
I wanted my clothing line to stand for something that you put on your back every day. When you wake up every day, each and every last one of us, we're hustling to survive.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be selling drugs.
No.
You can have, listen, I'm a cable man, been in the cable business for about like 14 years. They call me Cable Man Mike,
That's Cable Mike.
Yeah, there you go. Jim, if you go to the Cable Man on Facebook, you're going to see Jim Carrey. That's how long I've been doing it.
He's a jack of all trades, you feel me? So, like with all of the bigger brands and businesses, do you feel like that they're so popular because of the following? Like, do you think that the smaller people that's trying to come up, they don't have enough people supporting them or really just like being genuine to the culture?
I think it's a lot of both. Being genuine to the culture, not enough followers. Us as minorities, we don't support our own people. We don't support our own people, and that's a big brand. We can't holler about what the Republicans or Donald Trump or the racism people is doing if we ain't going to do it ourselves. I think we don't help enough our people. We all want money, money, money. And it's fine to have money, 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 but help the next person get to the next level. Like y'all helping people get to the next level.
That's what it's about.
Because 92Q, I wouldn't be sitting there at 92Q. Nah, it's going to cost me a couple.
I mean, in business, the only color that really makes sense to people is green. So it really don't matter. I think a lot of things, it might not even be about, absolute color. Because if you can I guess, be up there and you can make money for people, they're going to use you until they can use you.
Yeah. But another thing that we fail to realize is
That's super true.
another thing that we fail to realize is this. Like me, I went to school for business. You know, a lot of us don't know how to run a business.
True.
A lot of us don't want to listen to the next person how to run a business or to how to market. You know, I help people build their business briefings and their business plans and stuff like that, you know. But some of we feel though that, oh, well, such and such. Like I tell a lot of people, like I know my brother's in school for law, but he's in family law. I got a lawyer on retainer. You know, that's one of the main key things, you know, that I take after him, you know. But we got to be willing to listen.
Yeah.
I'm here today because of my godmother, because of him, you know, because of my brother, may he rest in peace, you know, my sisters. I'm here because I chose to listen, you know.
That's a very humbling experience. It just sounds like to me that you actually took heed to what everybody in your corner was kicking to you, of course, and you actually took the time out to, I guess, utilize the resources that you had. Because a lot of people always make excuses like, oh, I can't do this, it's an impossibility because A, B, C, and D things. You know, racism, what have you.
I
People
don't
not
believe in
gi-
racism.
people not giving fair chances. I just feel like that it's so many resources to utilize. He's trying to play some.
I mean, it's just like you just looked at what? Yeah, I mean, no. Actually, I wasn't. I was just gonna say something simple. It's like, I mean, you don't got to believe in the devil, but he believe in you.
I mean, you're right.
So
No,
it doesn't really matter if you play the game. The game is going to be played whether you want to bench or not.
Yeah.
But
so you're saying the same thing about that because I said it was the man of God. So he
I'm just saying. I mean, whether or not you believe in any of that stuff, that's just. I'm just.
No, when I said that, because we go back and forth, and sometimes it be strengthening me.
Yeah, but my question. Say your name again, please.
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
My question to you is, okay, like, are you making an urban clothing line or is it a universal clothing line?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to do universal. But right now, I'm being humble because it's hard because us as people are not going to put it out there as universal. So if us as people don't put it out there as universal and let people know that, listen, true hustle survival clothing, hustle to survive clothing is something that white people do, Mexicans do, all of us do. You know, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, whether you have 2 or 3 jobs, you know, if they don't feel good about putting this brand on their back, and that's my job to let them know, like, listen, because when you're thinking about hustling, you're thinking about somebody being slick,
Right.
you know, but that's not what it's really all about.
So I feel like you shouldn't. I understand you said you're being humble, but I don't think you should be humble because, you know, people like like Gucci and all these old money, brands, they weren't humble when they first started. They started off trying to make dresses for royalty and things like that. So they wasn't gonna say, I'm gonna make pauper clothes, poor people clothes. I'm not gonna. They wasn't doing that. I think if you're gonna make it, if your idea is to be a universal brand, you should be a universal brand from the jump because most urban clothing lines that did exist early 2000s don't exist anymore. Or they switched from urban clothing to strictly, a high or like a medium level fashion line like Sean John. They don't really do urban clothing anymore. That has died. Carl Kanai, that died out. You know what I mean? Like with bootleggers and things like that. That market just isn't selling too much. So I feel like if you have aspirations to be that, you should put your foot in that direction now.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I am doing is, like now, I appreciate being here even listening to you because I'm never too humble and it's not about me being the boss of this or the CEO. I'm going to take your advice, because my thing is this. I got this far by listening to other people. Right. And I might go even further, It takes one person, to see your vision or to speak some, inspiration to you so you won't give up. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm taking, here today, with this discussion. Because there's times where it's like, I got a couple of people, like right now I got a fashion show, and I hope all of y'all come. Because I'm working on some dresses. I'm working on a lot of other stuff. It's going to be April the 6th.
I was about to say, drop the date, location, right?
Yeah, it's going to be April the 6th,
we got a model right here.
Okay, that's what's up. No, because for real, I need some models. I'm well, real talk, one love. I really need some models. Okay. Right now, like I said, I'm doing a whole lot. Like last night, we did a Jodeci concert. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that I manage, because I do you know, I do producing and a lot of other type of stuff. They had on the brand, the whole crowd saw 'em, you know, they loved it. Oh, what's that? You know, blasey, blasey, blasey. You know, so I'm always sponsoring an event. So like I said, I just didn't see myself, and I'm doing hashtag lines because I didn't see myself having a dress named Hustle to Survive.
Right.
You know, or you know, address True Survivor Hustler. You know, so I mean, I can't announce it today. You know, went downtown. You know, guess what? Motions Elite will be in business. It will be under the brand because I wanted to make sure that I had a brand that not just spoke like kind of urbanly, that it was more of dedicated to everyone.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
so. You know, I'm gonna be working on, you know, a couple different
So
things.
you want different branches underneath, like Hustle to Survive is going to be, I guess, the umbrella, but you going to have different sections and branches underneath.
Yeah, basically, yeah, yes, and that because a lot of people they ask me, they say, well, you know, what is it? Is it all one name? No, it's not. It's one label, okay, True Survivor Hustler, but Hustle to Survive is under it because I did Hustle to Survive first, you know, and I had a people poll, you know. I was in Mardama one day and I said, well, what do you think about True Survivor Hustler and Hustle to Survive and blasey, blasey, blasey? And people was like, oh, well, I take this and I take that, take this. So the majority won.
Okay.
That's just like right now. And a lot of people's getting more Hustle to Survive, you know, versus the True Survivor Hustler. You know, so I got to kind of go with the weave of the fans.
And you also, with fashion, I know we're going phases too. 'Cause
Yeah.
like, while they like the Hustle to Survive now, somebody might see one of the True Survivor Hustlers like on somebody else.
true.
Like, oh, I need one of those. And then that buzz roll, that roll forward off of that. So like with fashion, it's always like you gotta keep 1 foot ahead.
You have to be innovative.
Yeah.
Right. And you gotta
Like
be
my
ready
daughter.
to switch quick.
My daughter got her own line. And it's crazy, like, my daughter's selling more sweatsuits for the kids than I'm doing.
Drop her name for the let the
Right,
people
drop
know
it.
where to find her at.
Okay, well, make sure that y'all go to, you know, True Survivor Hustler. That's on Facebook.
Okay.
You know, that's on IG. Go to, what is it, www.tshapparel.com. It got the kids section. But yeah, she's selling more than me. My daughter is my inspiration.
Ooh,
Hey,
that's
Look,
beautiful.
Shout out to the seeds.
Yeah, my daughter's definitely my inspiration because she running around all day. True Survivor Hustler. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right,
Oh,
time.
she a teenager? She
No, she's just turned 5. Yes, she has her own line and she be in school and
Rocking it.
yeah, she be in school rocking it. You
That's
know,
great.
like her logo. She
do it herself? No.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how
She
you-
a young entrepreneur. I
Right,
like that.
already.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
I be telling the mother like all the time, like, look, like you know, no shout out, and I ain't throwing shade. Some of my baby mother come out, no, she looking.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, but I told her like, look, I'm gonna give you the chance right now to go ahead and sell this, to market it, and all of that money. You know, they go to y'all. I don't
Okay.
want none of that. You
You
feel
ain't
me?
Russell Simmons.
Yeah. I'm trying to be Russell.
That's how you gotta do it. My child support pays it. That's the hustle for the 17.
Yeah, but you know, she didn't, but my daughter's doing it now. Like I said, I got the support of my, you know, my family, my distance family, you know, stuff like that. You know,
Y'all do a lot of colors?
yeah, we do a lot of colors.
One of each for Miami.
Okay, hey, I'm about to be down Miami.
When you going?
See?
I am going on the 22nd.
The
You got an
22nd of
event
this
down-
month.
You got an
Yeah.
event down there you plugged in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and speak on it. Look, this for you to speak on what you got going on. You feel me?
This Facebook.
I got the man all distracted trying to.
Give me 1 minute. I got you.
Too old
So,
people,
oh Lord, baby mom must have saw something on Facebook. She calling me.
She tuned in.
Yeah, she tuned in.
How
She
you
tuned
doing?
in.
Hey, what's up, girls?
But no, I got a show that's going down in Miami, down in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
I got a fashion show down there. I got a fashion show in DC. Like I said, you know, my artists, you know, and the people that I manage, you know, shout out to, you know, Luck Legato. I don't know if a lot of people know him, you know.
Shout out
Jabai and a lot of other people, but we're gonna be doing a lot of things. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of things. Like I said, I definitely appreciate what y'all doing right here. You know, 'cause it's a start. You know, so
We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we
coming
appreciate you coming through.
through. Now I see on the shirt it says since 2008. So is Hustle to Survive since 2008, or is the whole umbrella of entrepreneurship since 2000? Like when did you first start the dream to make these clothes?
this might get a little bit touchy.
Okay.
Just keep it PG-13.
Right, as long
Nah.
as whatever you want, just don't cuss.
My brother got murdered in 2007.
Rest in peace.
Thank you. And, you know, me and Mitch went through a lot of battling. You know, went through a lot of battling. And it's crazy because my brother was, I got to keep it real. My brother was a person of a street caliber, but when it came down to his family, it was something totally different. I've always wanted approval because I've been in foster care and all of that other type of stuff. And my brother told me one day, he said, man, you've been in the cable business a long while. And I just take my cable money and I do different things. And he said, I'm proud of you. And that was enough for me. He said, make sure that you always hustle, that you keep more than one thing going because things die down quick. You know, you got to give people different stuff, you know. You got to make sure that you take care of your family.
Right.
And I spazzed out a little bit after he got killed. I spazzed out.
Right. Lost your
Yeah,
way.
lost my focus. But somehow, and shout out to Alvin White, that saved my life. And I was a hustler ever since then, you know. I started the cable, I started the energy. If I can make more than minimum wage, and this goes out to anybody, if you can make more than minimum wage, whether it's knocking on doors or whatever the situation may be, I strongly advise you take it because these streets ain't for nobody no more. So it's either two choices. Either you want to die. What I suggest if you're going to die, just go ahead and plan your funeral. Yeah, go ahead and plan your funeral right now. You know, get some insurance. You know? My brother, I had to pay $7,000 for his funeral. I had to pay $7,000 for his funeral, and it broke me.
Right. Was there no life insurance or nothing like that? to cover it?
Well, he had life insurance,
Okay.
but at that time, I think the insurance game was playing tricks. You know, they didn't want to. They didn't want to cover a convicted felon.
Oh, man.
And you know, we were all sitting at the table just like this. You know, and only thing we know, the person came back in and was like, "Look, it's not covered." You know, and at that particular moment in time, I emptied out my savings. I had about like $4,000 in my savings. I went to, you know, once again, Alvin White. Went to, you know, my godfather and them. I went to Wynn Family Services. Shout out to Wynn Family Services. You know, they have, trust me, therapy is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I went to all of them. I went to Wiley. I went to Wiley's funeral home, and he basically said, listen, I'm going to help you out. And I gave him everything. And he was just like, look, I got you. You know, so I buried him, and after that, I had to regain that money back. You know, so once again, I hit the block hard, you know, on a cable tip from Maryland to D.C. to Virginia to PA to Ohio. Shout out to Ohio, to PA. You know, I'm known worldwide.
Okay.
You know, Atlanta, New York. And then I just started taking my money, flipping it. You know, getting cars. You know, so I do basically do whatever it is, you know, legally
Right.
that I can
To
do to get
survive.
some money to survive. Because at the end of the day, whether you white, Puerto Rican, whatever the situation may be, you got to survive some type of way.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to survive some type of way. Other than that, you know, I got the Charity Foundation. You know, the Charity Foundation, you know, which is Give a Lift. You know, I took that over from my brother. He's doing some things. You
So
know,
is that like designated driver type situation, or they like to get people like who can't afford rides, or is it like, what is it?
no. Give a Lift is going to be a little bit of what it just says, Give a Lift. Giving back to the youth,
Okay.
giving back to the community. When I mean different stuff, just like prime example, a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers, they want different. But the sad thing is they're stuck right here in Baltimore, you know? So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is probably giving like stipends, like $300, $400 to help a person get a car, you know, or to help them, you know, get, you know, go to driver's ed. Because see, the thing is like this, right now we're all sitting in this community, we're struggling, we're hustling to survive. but the bus ain't going to take us so much.
Yeah.
You got us killing each other all on the streets and stuff like that because the government is not giving us anything. But we're still stuck. Yeah, we got the MTA, but the MTA about to go up. Again, $5. It's about to be a total of $5. Like, it's going to be a hack. You know,
Pretty much.
you might as well call Uber.
Might as
Right.
You know, but so what I want to do is do different things. Far as wise, like I said, like give like $300, you know, or $200, you know, to this mother that has a child that's trying to exactly because maybe she can drive out Glen Burnie for a job, you know, or Essex.
And I have to worry about having to take the bus to get the baby to daycare, then catch the bus to work.
Exactly.
Catch the bus to get, I feel that.
Exactly. That's different. You know, that's different. You know, different
There's
things.
levels to it.
Yeah.
Strongway Radio, we're going to take this real quick commercial break. We still locked in here with Brother Mike. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about that music enterprise, too, because I definitely want to hear about that.
Okay, gotcha.
Still got
I'm
Right
glad you
Way-
asked that.
For Right Way News. Still on the Strong. We'll be right back after these commercial, quote-unquote breaks.
quote unquote.
Okay, I'm sure not
I'm not lying. K-Lord.
Yo, just in news, just then. If Future is your favorite rapper, this nigga about to be broke in the next 5 years.
Why? What
This
happened?
just happened.
He got
Okay.
paid Roscoe.
No, he ain't gotta pay Roscoe. He gotta give his whole life. It ain't. The details are horrible.
Judge ordered that joint.
Man, okay, he signed to Roscoe's A1 Recordings in 2011. Right? He breached the contract and is being sued for management and finder's fees. Also, Sierra hit him with an alternate claim from the original claim called a false light claim, which was an amendment from the defamation suit that she
ain't gonna get
initially
that.
filed. Now, Future and Epic Records reportedly agreed to give all royalties from the next 2 albums straight to Rocco.
Are you for real?
In addition,
That's for 50 million.
we didn't finish yet. In addition to the album,
for
Future
real?
will also give Rocco
You want
50% of all show tour touring revenues for the next 2 years. Also, in order for LA,
You gotta put that in the group. Just throw it in the group.
It's getting bad. In order for LA Reid and Epic to recoup the advance that they just gave,
I got a
they
lot
got to
of stuff
forfeit.
like-
Future
I'm
has to
on
pay
live
right
right now, so
Future had to sign
I
a
got a lot of
360
stuff
deal
in
in
there.
agreement with LA and Epic. Any percentage of any money or any outside deals made to Epic or with Future until his back advancements are paid for the next 5 years, he got to give all of that money back. LA Reid and Epic will also be collecting money on the front end.
Now, let me tell you where that's gonna go.
Any
Now.
Future's music venture.
I'm gonna tell you where
it's
that's
not
gonna
go anywhere.
Trust me. I'm gonna tell you where that's gonna go. You know where it's gonna go, right?
Where?
He gonna bust a 50 move.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
do bank.
How?
Yes, he can do
Yes, he can. He can do bank.
Because it's a
Not with this.
yes,
he
he
can.
can. It's a business.
It's a
if it's done
business.
as an
You
yeah.
think you
Yes.
think-
He gonna do it because Sierra not gonna get it. She keep on
35.
chasing them. She just not gonna get it. The judge already done awarded them both.
Yeah.
He was signed on the face.
I'm saying, because you said L.A. Reid. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
That's
Burgundy. I just like that. No, that's L.A. Reid. That's L.A. Reid and Babyface. No, it's both of them.
Didn't they deep? Isn't that a
That
deep
color?
funk record?
What size
I
is it?
don't think that's still around. The face records ain't still around.
No, you're right. Yeah, but he gonna hit that. He gonna hit that bankruptcy move.
You think so?
Yeah, he ain't got no other choice. He don't want to be. He don't want to be broke.
Trust me.
I guarantee you right now, 50 somewhere on the phone. You need this lawyer.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
If you need this lawyer.
Chapter 11.
No. Look. 50 like you need this lawyer. Sign this and say you can give me a
Also,
five.
Sierra,
I'm on 39.
he has to make a general public apology.
I'm
Not
right in the
make
back
any
of,
negative comments
big house
about
in
it
the
on
back of
social
John's.
media or
That's me.
interviews. He can't discuss their custody.
That's going to
woman
get.
in the
That's going to get taken back. They can't take that bad person,
He
man.
can't discuss their custody arrangements. And if he violates his conditions, he has to pay a bond up to $5 million.
They can't.
I do smart things.
That was that.
Big motherfucker.
Let me see who put it out there though.
This came from Black TV.
Yeah.
Don't believe Vlad.
Don't be believing that.
Don't believe that, Vlad.
I
Go
believe
to,
TMZ before I believe that.
Yeah, and I don't even believe
TMZ
TMZ.
No, TMZ be having that legit shit.
No, but they go. See, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I can get the access of his kid custody arrangement because it's family law, and I can probably get that other thing too. So I'll bring both of those up, print them out, and basically we can
this
sit
my
there,
daughter's joint right
and do the facts because when you all that combined together, right there, that's not because family.
I'm about to say that shit.
And
gonna kill us.
they two different entities. Family law and business law is two different entities. So they put that Vlad put that together.
No, those are two separate things, though.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Sierra
okay.
case and the
But she,
Rocco
but
thing,
she
that's two
keep on
separate
trying.
things.
She's just not gonna get it.
Coming after him,
Yeah.
cracking his bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but she not gonna get it. The judge already done awarded that man
Oh, I can do a
joint
lot.
everything.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Is he really a bad
Really good.
No.
He wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
Y'all need some stuff in
You
your-
can't tell the same thing, but the same thing.
She got signed to Epic.
I think so. Hold on. I'm find out now.
Yeah, she with Epic.
it's really a hood woman's dream.
What up, Mike? Yeah.
4 minutes after this last song, or
Nah, man.
Oh,
keep
yeah,
it cold,
yeah, that's
man.
you said what?
What up, Mike? What up, M Diamond? Okay.
They're really a hood woman's dream.
Yeah. What up, kid? What up, Henry?
Because that's pretty crazy.
What's up, bro? Listen, Henry, where you at? Hey, see, Henry, we got problems right now. Henry, I'm up here on the radio station right there. Ask her where that stuff is, man. Listen, you gotta tell me where you at, man.
Okay, that's cool.
Jeffrey, what's up? What's up?
Well, in that case,
All right, I got you. I'm gonna text you when I leave here. You got everything you need?
What's the what?
I'm telling her, because she said you gotta leave early, so I'm gonna just let her swap with you and get some mic time. And then we re-rotate.
So we call this break. You want to sit down here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Beyonce, but I like this song.
I've never heard the song before. I just
They came out right after the.
What's the name of your joint?
Whatever.
Strong Way Radio.
No, I got that. The clothing line.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Frank.
My foot. I don't know.
I wasn't ready.
Something gotta be unplugged.
yeah.
Nah, it's only like one thing that could be.
Yeah.
I definitely yanked that shit.
I wasn't ready.
Is that part still?
Yeah, it's good. Okay, I got you, Henry.
I didn't know that shit was that low.
You gotta watch this. Backing up. Gotta be slow motion in here, man. You can't do it. Y'all niggas too-
Yes, it will. I heard it. I heard it. We fully focused. Let me turn it down. Well, nah, I'm gonna leave that. Spirit don't talk about you. Spirit be mumble back.
Yeah,
Oh my
mumble-
God.
mumble rap.
Yeah.
Speak it to the mic, man.
You don't get along.
We do get along. You
No,
better
we
stop
don't.
playing. I was the only nigga watch your live yesterday.
Oh.
We friends though. But we
You sure about that?
I'm positive about that. I
You're
was
not
one.
positive.
There was a one view. I was like, hey, I'm gonna stay.
Y'all ain't got no friends.
It's okay.
I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna go out.
You go.
You gone? How you
Yeah.
just gonna leave?
You gotta finish the segment.
This is your segment. How you
It's
gonna
only you better hold on. To
I'm
it.
talking about actor.
Oh, okay.
Not that. I ain't gonna leave it
You
here.
about to get-
Hey, like, all right, I'm gone. I'm like,
About 2 minutes till this song is over.
What's your, oh, never mind.
Who come over here complaining?
Facebook.
That fuzzy ass phone.
Just look for me on there.
You want bubblegum, Joe? Like powder coke, baby. Put the coke in. Got to powder my nose, baby. Hit the powder on.
Well, the problem
You
is,
want
it's
bubblegum,
up, it's
Jake?
Right, I just
shit
said,
hanging. This
I just looked my page up and then I
You
sent
need some
you
little, like them clear hooks.
once I find my
yes,
phone.
yeah,
want
some tape or something to
Yeah.
tighten up.
That'd be your
I can like get to your clothing site there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
going.
was just on.
Look, you was on it?
I'm already added you on.
Oh,
Instagram.
Yeah, y'all gotta make sure y'all come to the show, man. Show. When I say the show gonna be lit, it's gonna be lit. Like I got artists performing. I got the little kids, cause my daughter, like she in the stepping group at Barkley. She go to Barkley Elementary, and
Bubblegum or fuzzy phone?
yeah, that whole thing. Like I'm gonna have the kids go on first. Then I'm gonna have like the R&B artists, then the rap artists,
some
you
R&B
know.
artists?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people know Lucky Legato, you feel me? But they just haven't, you know, basically heard anything, you know, from him because he's working on a new project now. He in the lab.
Do he got like that pick or anything? Like any mixtapes or singles?
How old are you?
23.
23. You might not remember his. You might not remember his
So you
song.
at a party? And there's some little creepy dude.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you hear it
Yeah,
right
go
now.
ahead, put me deep.
Oh.
You looking bougie. You looking
I
bad.
danced with myself.
She has some girls before these. Whoa, turn up.
You got out turn.
About to come. Well, he'll be
Yeah,
back.
we are.
You can drop back in the middle.
And we are back. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for holding on. You still with Strongway Radio, Right Way News on the docket.
You're back rocking with Right Way News.
There he is.
Yeah, we still got our guests in the building. Mike, tell them what's going on, Mike, with the foundation. Well, the foundation is going to be...
See, Mitch, we be trying to be serious.
The foundation is going to be kicked off no later than probably by next... I'm going to say next month. I wanted to get the clothing line out first. Like I said, I'm working on, I'm working with a couple artists right now.
Okay.
In the lab. A couple people is about to come back out.
So are you like artist developing? Or are you like managing?
I'm basically artist development and managing.
Okay, Diddy, I feel you.
Yeah. Well, some people used to call me that,
Yeah,
they used to call me that, yeah.
So how has that been? Like, is that something different for you to step into, or has music always just kind of been your thing?
I love Tupac since my sister's boyfriend gave me Tupac's tape.
Okay, yeah.
That's when
Which
tapes
one,
was
though?
All Eyes on Me.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm rocking with
yeah,
it.
he gave me All Eyes on Me. I just basically think like it's a couple of undisputed artists here in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Everybody's like New York. My bad.
New York, right?
Yeah, New York, but it's a lot of undisputed artists. Like y'all gonna see him on my page. Mike G. M Diamond. Once again, Lucky Legato.
They do mumble rap.
Nah, they don't do no mumble rap.
You said one of them R&B artists?
No. One, yeah.
No R&B.
Like I said, I'm gonna basically send y'all some stuff. Lucky Legato, y'all know him. Trust me, y'all definitely know him.
Okay, so this is like your stage name or something?
No, back in the day, they used to call him Lil Lucky.
Yeah,
I thought you said you was about to sing something. I was
Oh no, I can say it now.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, but yeah, it's a lot of undisputed artists, and once again, the same thing with clothing. Nobody is giving them the time. Nobody's giving them the time. No one is giving them, shout outs. Yeah.
The game changed though, like.
You know what?
Yeah,
But once again, hustle to survive.
So the big major corporations ain't really giving the handouts. It ain't no trickle down economics in them type of in that realm no more.
Well, see, I'm like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who remembers? Jesus Christ! What was the joint with Tay Diggs?
I remember.
What? Jesus Christ! Yeah, I remember.
Brown sugar?
What? Your brown sugar.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm kind of like brown sugar. I'm running up in everywhere. Look, I need for you to play this.
Okay.
Yeah, I need for my people to be notarized.
Well, have you like set up a showcase or something? Because that's like
They
a
gonna be
thing
at the
now.
show.
Oh.
So the talent shows you want,
Yes.
you take them with you.
Yes, I'm taking them with me, and from there, like last night they performed. Lucky Legato and his group, Sounds of Funk, they performed at the Drew Hill show. It's going to be some footage of that, on my page. So they back doing that thing. M Diamond's working on, something, major. Mike Powell, that's the artist that, I'm managing. Mike G. Make sure that y'all go to his joint, Instant Fame. Make sure y'all look that up on what is it? YouTube. I do so much. So yeah, I do so much. But yeah,
What's the song?
it's called Instant Fame.
Oh,
Mike G.
Instant Fame.
Gifted
Mike
Rebel. Gifted Rebel Music.
okay.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Let's see.
We
Let's
putting
see.
it in effect. You messing it up.
One letter.
There you go right there. There you go right there. Yeah.
We're going to play this on the break.
Yeah.
Unless you gotta- when you send it to me, make sure you send
If
it clean
you
cuts.
know what? Is it dirty? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I can't risk
Yeah,
it.
we can't really.
I can't take that shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely say.
I mean,
that.
if your bank card working, we can.
But you know what? What y'all can do, you know what I'm saying? Check out, Lucky Legato. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped that Girl Go Crazy. You know what I'm saying? New EDM. When I say the first night we released it, it skyroled. You know? It skyroled. So like I said, they work on a couple of stuff. One of the things that I do with these artists is sometimes it just takes for somebody to believe in you. Sure. It's not about money, it's about who believe in you, who's sticking behind you, who really don't want nothing, who's really there because it's a craft that they love. I remember when I met Mike G, I met him actually getting some shirts done.
Okay.
And I heard his rap and I was like, let's say no more. Whatever you need for me to do, you need my help. You want me to be a part of the team? See, I want to be a part of a team that's like my man said, I'm not for the mumble rap.
So
If
it
you
gotta really sit with you.
Yeah,
gotta live with
it got to sit with me. You got to be doing your business right. I don't care what no one say. Listen, I'm cocky about doing business.
Okay.
You know, because that's who I am.
Well,
You
that's
know.
what you went to school, you paid for it.
There you go. I paid for it, and then on top of that, I listen.
Okay.
You know, if this ain't making $1, you feel me? I'm going over here. You know, once again, the same thing like I said with the clothing line. You know, I really think that True Survivor Hustler is for everybody, and it's going to speak volumes because it's something that we're all doing, whether we're selling hair or whatever. But if True Survivor Hustler or Hustle to Survive wasn't working, then guess what? Fashion is still my scent. So guess what? I'm gonna pick up on the next name. You know, because I'm gonna make it. You know, I made it this far. You know, being a crack baby, being everything. You know, I made it. Yeah, dear mama. Yeah. So you know, like I said, it's a lot of things coming. You know, I'm gonna be back up here. So like I said, you know, it's gonna be major.
We like that working.
Yeah.
Now, where can we, like, if we wanted to buy, like, do you sell the shirts just buy from you directly, or is it like a site we can go to order a shirt if need be?
Yeah, make sure that you go to the website, which is once again www.tshapparel.com. I'm updating everything tonight. Make sure that you go to IG, True Survivor Hustler. Same thing on IG and Instagram and on Twitter. Go ahead.
No, I'm just.
Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? You know, personally, and this is a good thing. I'm happy that you asked this. I say that True Survivor Hustler is for each and every last one of y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all how it's for each and every last one of y'all and how all of y'all can make money from it. I develop a system that can't lose. I don't mean to say this because it's not being derogatory here, but it's like the dope game, all right? Because this is a brand that we all can put on our backs.
Right.
So if you, or whoever, all right, y'all want to sell it, go ahead. Just let me know if y'all need your own little user's name or whatever the situation may be. And it's as simple as this. Whoever want to buy it, whether it's your mother, whether it's your cousin, or whatever the situation may be, guess what? They're going to have to give y'all the money.
Right.
All right?
Right.
And then guess what? Y'all let me know or y'all put the order in. And the way that I'm doing it, I'm breaking it down half. See, I'm not that type of person that want
You
all.
want 70-30 or something?
Yeah, I'm not taking back to the dope days, give me 60-40, you know? I break it down half. If it's $35, okay, just bring me my $35. That's it. You get the product, you give it to the and you keep moving it. That's a job for you.
Right.
You're selling a good street quality clothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's a system that we all can't lose. Why? Because guess what? You got the money. I got to produce the product.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we got, right, so we,
I got you.
Yeah.
we're pretty much, we could become the plug,
There you
so
go.
to speak, for Hustle to Survive. We can just, like,
Commission.
There you go.
Yeah.
50% commission, that
I mean,
Wall Street.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever heard of a clothing line doing commission. I mean, I think it's a good idea. It's a pass over, idea, but I've never heard, and I think that's a way for us to get it.
Well, like we were saying, you gotta be innovative. So I see you trying to change the game with it.
Yeah.
You feeling
And I'm not a crack baby. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I'm trying
I
to
don't
be
know.
innovative, but at the same token, I don't want to constantly keep talking about giving
I
back,
have
giving back,
listeners.
right.
and doing and don't give back. That's just like I'm not a hater of none of these other clothing brands, But guess what? I will majorly support Under Armour. Under Armour just gave how much to the city?
What, it's like $1 billion?
Yeah, they just gave a lot of money. Guess what? Ralph Lauren, none of these other companies doing nothing for the local cities that we heard about. We can't even look it up online.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because I know I'm trying to take care of where they based at. So I definitely give them props for that. They're based here.
guess what? If that's your business tactic, that's your business tactic. I don't care if it's political. I don't care if Under Armour got something to do with houses. I don't care. You gave back to my town.
But again, I'm not. Even though this Mitch. Even though it's not him, I'm just letting y'all know I'm not too keen to Under Armour.
Okay.
Because in the midst of not being keen to Under Armour, we have to watch carefully and understand the people in which we're saying, even though this is my brother, he wants to make. I don't, because it's a gimmick behind it. And the gimmick behind it is guess what? We are forced to give this because we want to put our merchandise in our factory somewhere. They don't care. You don't see these good houses like they building downtown up in the urban neighborhood. You don't see them doing new faces of the community, making a law where the business, they don't care. They just want that property down there. So be
I don't
careful
think it's
what
that.
you. You don't. I'm not to say that it's crazy. You don't understand what I read in school.
No, listen, I understand that, but
No, you don't.
No.
You don't understand it.
reading and doing, that's just like right now. Politics is at its all-time high. Listen, I ain't got nothing against Trump. Trump just need to shut his mouth. It's just simple as that. Be the president. George Bush knew how to do what? He knew how to shut his mouth. Donald Trump probably could have got my vote until he opened up his mouth. Okay?
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We here at Strongway Radio
Okay, hold on.
do not support the voting, the election
Well, see, my-
or the platform
Or the campaign of
or the
Donald Trump.
campaign of
Or
Donald
the
Trump.
electoral.
Listen, when I say Donald Trump could have got my vote, once again, I didn't know what Donald Trump stood for.
So how
And
could he-
no, because my thing is this: to me, Donald Trump is just a white billionaire. I didn't follow his campaign because there was no need for me to follow his campaign. I was following Hillary's campaign. I was following Bernie's campaign.
So you just told me he could have got your vote
No,
out
no,
of ignorance?
no. Listen, you hear what I said? And two, he opened up his mouth.
He's saying hypothetical. He's not saying he would have got it. He wouldn't have voted for him. Period. He's saying
Yeah.
Trump as a person he's only bad once he's worse when he opens his mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
I never knew nothing. I never knew nothing
But,
about
like,
Trump.
You only knew him as like the TV person. That
That's
you didn't
it.
Know his,
I just
like,
know you just fired people.
You just assumed a lot about him because of how what you saw
I
on
gotta
TV.
say this about Trump. I don't understand how somebody can go from being on WWF and is the president of the United States of America. That's all I had to
Mr.
say.
Nemo one day.
I mean, the whole world.
Nutty.
United States is basically a huge reality TV show. Right now. That's all it is.
But see,
That's a
but
good
even
analogy.
with him, like I know he's in school, but my thing is like this. I mean, if we're not going to do anything, like I said, like I'm helping produce, I want y'all to celebrate. Let's get a factory together and stop making people think that we're running coke out of it. All right?
Right.
So let's get a factory together. And guess what? His clothing line is going to be in it. Your clothing line is going to be in it. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever she's selling, whether it's hair, is going to be in it. We need to do it together. Because if we don't, it's a wrap.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But
We got to keep outsourcing to going to other places to get the stuff that we need anyway.
Yeah, like right now. Guess what? Changes, Foot Locker, and all of them. I'm working up with a plan that guess what? I want each and every last one of y'all, if y'all selling something, let me know. Because it's going to be on a big website. I'm trying to do a PayPal. I'm trying to do an Amazon. Somebody got to do it.
You right.
I'm feeling that.
I think when a product in which people are pushing, especially with our community, and I'm going to say the African American community because I have listeners.
Okay.
And we're African American.
Right.
Yes.
So,
I
I'm
think
Polish.
I think one of the major problems is we can talk it, we can say it, but we just won't push or strike that match to do it. That's the main key issue that we have, and we can say, "Oh, this is what we should do," but where is someone beginning the stages? Where is someone say, "Guess what? Let's 20. If it's 20 of us that want to do a business, let 20 of our lawyers talk to each other, like how they do, in these other businesses, and get it done. All we want to do is just say."
It's some of us that are. I didn't even cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to get the false perception that this is throughout the entire African American community because it's not true. There's a lot of people that do that, do have the group business model. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You have this, I have this. We're gonna have our storefront here, and I sell.
The bartering system.
Yeah, the bartering system, or just it's a bakery in the front, in the back it's a tennis shoe store.
There you go.
Like people do those things.
Yeah.
Now we don't. It's not like it's not broadcasted, or it's not. That's not a part of our stereotype. You say
Yeah.
that better. You feel me? But it's many websites, many Facebook groups, many little communities where people have that group thing. Like you can get everything on this the storefront or this website, and it's all black made.
Yeah.
You feel me? There's a black owned clothing company that is made in the same factory that they make Ralph Lauren clothing.
Yeah.
It's called Elephant.
Yeah.
L''FANT. And it's the same quality of clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Because all they doing is outsourcing from China.
That's just like how many people, I can say how many people here know where the black business bank is right now. How many of us know it?
Wasn't it a Harbor Bank?
The Harbor
Oh,
Bank downtown?
y'all are smart. I did not know that. I did not know that.
Like
Now,
the
I'm-
only one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like the only one. Yeah, I
now-
pulled my money out. Yeah, if pulled my money out, look, took half of it, Took it to Harbor Bank. Like, that's not. I mean, I'm gonna give back. Like I said.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Go ahead, Mitch.
I know I just want to cut you off. Okay.
Did he say what is it?
To the viewers that just listening. Now, this is something that I wish we got to educate ourselves before we jump.
That's a very important factor.
Because I love them. That's not my money. I don't care. But the Harbor Bank, what do they do for the hood? And when you go to Harbor Bank, they don't have the assets needed to even make you financially wealthy or put out classes, or they don't even have a secure credit card.
Well, that's your job
And
to
they-
help them get
no,
it.
They small. I think it's like.
Yeah.
No, but it's other small banks too. It's black business banks in Philly, LA, all of them. They got more resources than the Harbor Bank, and the Harbor Bank been here. Look.
But how many people bank with Harbor Bank?
Yeah. How many?
That's the problem. Guess who is ran by? It's supposed to be, but the black man that owned Harbor Bank sold it. He sold it to Caucasian, and guess who? Yeah,
And now they keep it where it's at.
no, they got two
That's
locations,
another thing, though.
and they got two locations because they are using it.
That's another thing too. We gotta stop this as black people. When we own something, talking about
Selling
100% own, we gotta stop selling.
Yes.
Selling
But you know why that is?
businesses.
Because
gotta stop
we all want capital. We want someone else to push us. That's just the nature of business. Because I don't know who you know. You see what I'm saying?
We ain't got to sell the whole thing.
No, we ain't got to sell the whole thing now.
I'm talking. Then we get undercut. We get.
Yeah.
You said who sold the what?
He was half.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
was never an owner of it.
Yeah, he was not on the owner, nah.
Do you know
Yeah,
how
he was
much
half.
owners
So
of
he
sports
just wanted to
teams-
get out.
See, Jay-Z is
Everybody just
smart.
like slice it up into percentages, and everybody distributed like a certain type of way. I don't think that people
He didn't
solely
even
own the whole
have
thing.
right when he was a part of it, though. Like even with the Brooklyn Nets, he didn't have a 1% of a percentage. Like his percentage was so small that he didn't have a voice on committee meetings.
Wow.
Like that, he was a face. The same way.
My bad.
Yeah. This is a big misconception that a lot of people place on black entertainers and celebrities when they see them endorse brands. They think that they own something, but no. Like Diddy don't own Ciroc. Jeezy don't own Avion Tequila.
Yeah, all that's owned by different people.
People
They
like
just know.
They
who-
paying them very wealthy to, like how he said
Right.
the other day, to market it.
And
Because
see, when you got somebody that's marketing your brand, you like Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, "Yeah, I got title, but you know what? Sprint want to give me some money. We just sold half a title to Sprint. Like, oh, y'all gonna give me some money? I don't care.
But at least he kept half.
Yeah, he kept half.
And we need to. I'm saying we need to own it 100% because if we don't, we're never going to have the concept of generational wealth. Name a black family or black entity that has generational wealth.
You
This
can't
is
name
what
I
I'm
don't
that.
know
saying.
too many.
None,
You
because
can't
we
name.
sell. We jump the gun.
Uncle
And
B.
you ain't gonna never hear the Donatella family selling their brand. You don't never hear the Versace, the Gucci family selling their brand. It'll never happen because they understand that it's bigger than me making $200 million today. When my son or my grandkids can have $12 billion
When I die.
when I die. We don't understand.
But
that
see, we gotta set ourselves up for that. I know we ain't got no time.
don't
but
set no
we-
self
no,
up. You-
Yes,
you
we do.
be at
Because
that
prime
point
example,
now.
like my daughter, and my child's mother tell you this: if I give my daughter $500 or $200, I don't want none of it. Okay? Like right now, I set my daughter's college fund up. I pay it every month. Okay?
Now, 504.
But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even got life insurance on their kids,
True.
not alone
That's
themselves.
for real.
I ain't got nothing.
See, from my brother passing, it has made me realize, and I used to be with a company called Legal Shield, prepaid legal, okay? Well, the only thing that we sold was identity protection, okay, and lawyer referral agencies. A lot of people, they didn't even care about their identity. They didn't care about a lawyer. What? I had it on retainer. Like, I get pulled over, ask him, I just cuss the cops out. I'd be like, look, I got my lawyer on the line.
I want to make a public announcement. I'm not cussing out no police.
No, I said I used to.
All right, so thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Right Way News segment. We're signing off. Please tune in next week as we bring you more information.
Ooh,
Sound like a daggone bad good.
you already know.
Strong and ready. We'll be right back. You know we got that Sean style running wild. And a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But
What's
like,
up, Audrey?
Kinda like a
What's
fusion
up,
days
Auntie?
this year. And we'll be right back after the Easter commercial breaks.
What's up,
Message.
Julius?
I always say break.
Message.
Oh,